Good morning, everyone. Sorry, let me get my slides up here. I thought they were there. I guess they're not. Welcome to Tuesday Tips. Cut the gibberish. Come on in. Say hello. Do tell me hello if you're joining me live today, and let me know where you're coming in from. I would love to hear that. How was your weekend? Did you have an eventful, exciting, busy weekend, or did you have a TLC and peace and quiet weekend? For me, instead of spring cleaning, I did some fall cleaning over the weekend. So my house is now nice and clean. My daughter came home and helped me a little bit, which was nice. So yeah, overall, I had a great weekend. I got to see the twins for a little bit, so that was also nice. Sunday afternoon. So yeah, I had a great weekend. So share with me in the comments something exciting or relaxing, whichever the case may have been for you, that you did over the weekend. I would love to hear that. Also, again, say hello if you are joining me live and let me know where you're coming in from. I would also love to hear that. Today, we are going to be talking about how to make networking easy. We all know networking is very important within our business. I just recently joined in a challenge, a 4-week challenge where I had to set a goal of something I was going to accomplish. Well, my overall goal since July has been to gain 10 new clients. I still have 6 more to go. I still think I can accomplish that between now and the end of the year. And so I joined this challenge, and my goal for these 4 weeks was to attend 12 networking events in order to grow my business, because I wholeheartedly believe networking is a great way to do that, because you're not just meeting new people and starting new relationships, etc., friendships, all the things. You are building rapport. You're building the know, like, and trust factor, which you definitely need in order for someone to engage or possibly work with you. And you're building power partners. You know, those people you meet may or may not be a good fit to actually work with you or actually need what it is you have to offer. However, they have a network of their own. They know a tremendous amount of other people that they could possibly introduce you to that could use what you have to offer. So you never want to stop networking. I've been in business now for 7 years, and here I am in a 4-week period of time attending 12 networking events. I attended 1 yesterday and I have 2 today. That will be my 3 for this week. So each week of this challenge, I have attended at least 3 networking events. Therefore, I'll have my 12 accomplished by the end of the 4-week period. And you can do that too. You can set that same type of goal for yourself to help move you and your business forward. So again, we're talking about how to make networking easy. And for some of you, maybe you've never networked before. You maybe just been in business for a short period of time, maybe just a year or less, or whatever the case may be. And you're just now starting to get into networking, or maybe that's a goal you're putting into place for 2026, is to do more networking to help grow your business. We're in the 4th quarter, the last stretch, if you will, of 2025. And yeah, a lot of us are starting to think about the goals we want to put in place and set for ourselves at the beginning of 2026, right? So maybe that's a goal that you're going to put in place for 2026. And that's a great goal. It absolutely is. But again, maybe it terrifies you. I was terrified too in the very beginning. I was that person that went to an in-person networking event and stood in the corner and didn't talk to anybody. I'm an introvert. Sometimes I can be shy around new people. Not as much anymore as I used to be. I guess being an entrepreneur has kind of brought me out of my shell a little bit, which is great. But yes, I was that person. Yes, I would go to the networking event. I just checked that box off my list. I went to the event, handed out some business cards so people know who I am. It's up to them, to call or schedule time on my calendar to talk to me. I didn't go and introduce myself. I did not share with them in a clear and simple way or any kind of way of exactly what my business was and what I do. So it wasn't really all up to them. I really didn't do my part. So how could I expect them to do their part, right? It's a two-way street. Both parties have to do their own part, right? And my part comes first. Yes, I attended the networking event, but no, I did not go and introduce myself to people as I should have. So I get it. I've been there. I've been terrified too. And I used to think about networking as uncomfortable because I had to dress up in professional clothes to go to these events. I had to actually leave my house, and drive to the event. Then, I'd go to the event. When I entered the room, I'd realize I didn't know anyone. And I would freeze. I would feel out of place. I would look around. I would compare myself to others. And I would talk to one or two people. And that'd be it. I would fumble over my words. The gibberish in my head was screaming at me. Yes, screaming, telling me I'm not good enough. You should not be here. All the things. And I didn't know what to say. And I sounded like I didn't know what I was talking about. And I would ask myself, why am I here? Right? It was terrible. And I felt like the entire experience was a failure. And so I'm miserable. Because a lot of times what we do is we think, the gibberish puts in our head, okay, that when we go to an in-person networking event or even an online networking event for that matter, that we're supposed to walk away with a potential client, a consultation call scheduled, or actually a client, ready to hit the ground running and work with us, right? And sometimes that may happen. I'm not going to say that it can't happen, because it can. But it's not likely going to happen. And especially every single time that you go to a networking event, whether it's in person or online. Because those people don't know you. They just met you. You haven't built that know, like, and trust factor. Unless you share with them that so-and-so, another person that they may know as well. Then that might help build that know, like, and trust factor, right? And then after that, I'd just go home. I'd feel rejected, and I thought I didn't have what it takes, saying, I can't do this. Has that happened to you, right? I'm sure it has. Okay, so that is normal when you don't know what networking actually is. And in the very beginning, I know I needed to do it because it was going to help me grow my business, but I didn't have all the systems and tools in place to help me do it effectively and successfully, right? So I'm going to break it down for you. First, we're going to go with the definition of what networking is. Networking is the action or process of interacting with others to exchange information and develop professional or social contacts. Let me say that again. Networking is the action or process of interacting with others to exchange information and develop professional or social contacts. Okay, so now you know exactly what networking is. That's the definition. So basically, it's all about going to an event and making or meeting business friends. There's no selling involved. You don't go to that event to try to sell yourself or sell what you have to offer in your business. You don't go there to try to impress someone. It's not about being perfect. It's about talking. It's about having a conversation with people about what you do professionally. So take the pressure off yourself, okay? How many of you think that when you leave a networking event, that if you didn't wow someone, that it wasn't a successful event for you? That's not what it's all about, guys. It really isn't. Sometimes also we have a lot of gibberish in our head, all those voices in our head that tells us all kind of things. Our voice is too high. Our voice is too low. We talk too much, and many other things, right? Because sometimes I know we're all passionate and believe in what it is we do within our business and what we have to offer to others. And that's wonderful. We should. However, when we start talking about it, sometimes because we're so passionate about it, we talk and we share and we talk and talk and talk and talk. And the person we're talking to is confused. They have no idea what we're saying and what we actually do. Right? So if you haven't been a part of the Networking Method Launchpad before, I kind of go over that and talk about that, how to talk about what you do in a clear and simple way to where you're not talking so much when you're meeting new people. Just to throw it out there, the Launchpad will be taking place again in January of 2026. You'll hear more about that later. But again, don't talk too much. Don't whisper when you're talking because they're not going to hear what you're saying, right? You want to speak clearly and loudly, but keep it short and simple so that they can clearly understand what you say, so that they clearly understand exactly what it is that you do. Sometimes we bring a lot of baggage to the event, but we need to leave all the voices and gibberish at home or in the car when we arrive at the event. Then tell ourselves, I'm me, I'm fine, I'm enough, and I'm going to share about my business today at this event. All right, make sure you take your business cards. So when you talk to someone and introduce yourself and tell them in a clear and simple way what you do, you can also hand them a card so that they will remember who you are and what you do, because you should have all that also on your card. Now, it does help if you are prepared when someone says, what do you do? Or what do you do for work? So make sure you are ready for that, because 9 times out of 10, somebody's going to ask you that question at an event, okay? And here is how you do that. To be successful at networking, you need to be good at describing your work and what you do. You have to be ready when someone asks, what do you do? This is going to happen. This is why you're at the event. So I want you to think about this ahead of time. A lot of people treat this like a trick question. They respond like, what? And then they just start talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. And that person has no clue, once you're done talking, who you are or what you do. Share a short description about what you do. When you talk continuously like that, you may think you are making sense, but you're not. Not to the person you're speaking to, not to the person that's listening to you talk. You're not making sense to them at all. You may be making sense to yourself because you already know what it is you do, right? But you're not making sense to the person you're speaking to. So create your little spiel, your little 1 second, 30 second, 1 minute, 30 second speech or whatever that you're going to share quickly, and simply simplify it. And then that's what you share when someone asks you, what do you do? Or it's your turn to share at the event about your business and what you do. Some events, have a structured agenda that they follow, which is fine. And they go around the room, everybody shares about who they are and what they do. But you need to have this prepared ahead of time and memorized ahead of time. So this is what I say. And you can customize something similar to this if you like. I say, I'm a virtual assistant. My team and I work with entrepreneurs and business owners and help them with the admin pieces of their business, like email newsletters, website updates, and social media. Then I stop talking. That's all I need to say. That's simple, to the point, and it's going to be something that they understand. right? Now, is that the only 3 things I offer in my business? No, it's not. But number one, I'm not going to go through the very long list of services that my business offers because I don't have time at that given moment. Number 2, if I keep talking and sharing any more, I'm going to lose the person. They're not going to understand or know what I'm saying, right? And I don't want to do that. So think about how clear and simple that is, what I shared is. You don't need to share anything more than that. Let me share that again. I'm a virtual assistant. My team and I work with entrepreneurs and business owners and help them with the admin pieces of their business, like email newsletters, website updates, and social media. And you see how simple and clear that is? You don't need to share any more than that. You don't want to overshare or talk too much because it could overwhelm the person or people you're talking to. So if someone has a question about what you shared, they will ask you. Then you can have a conversation with them and share more about what you do, right? Some people get stuck on, I can do so much more than that. Yes, you can. I can as well. My business offers so many more services besides just those 3 that I named. But again, you don't want to overshare or confuse those that you're talking to. I could share that my business can build funnels and workflows using XYZ platforms, and no one is going to know what that means, right? It's not about being the smartest person in the room. It's about leaving with people understanding what you do. So take the pressure off of networking. Go with the idea you might meet some cool people, because you probably will. The key piece here is to start building relationships. That's why you attend the networking events. Start building that rapport. Start building that know, like, and trust factor. And like I said, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to need what you have to offer at that given moment, or ever for that matter. If they don't need it at that given moment, they might need it 3 to 6 months from now. And you want them to think of you when that need arises, right? So they'll contact you. Or if it's something they're possibly not ever going to need, they may know other people that do, right? So they can introduce you for sure, right? Okay, so I want to invite you to a couple things. I'm sorry, this is not an updated slide. Relationship Communications, a Facebook group. If you're not a part of our Facebook group, please head on over to Facebook, put Relationship Communications in the search bar, and join the group. It's a free networking group to be a part of. We would love to have you. Please do introduce yourself if you join the group, and tell us exactly what it is that you do so that we can get to know you a little more and maybe even schedule a one-to-one coffee chat with you to get to know you better. We do have once a month networking mixers. This was the one for October that we did last week. The one for November is going to be on November 25th at 2 p.m. Eastern time. I promise I will change the slide before next time. But I would like to invite you to our next networking mixer, which is November 25th at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. And also, we have a special going on during the month of November. Actually, November 25th is my birthday. And so I'll be doing the networking mixer on my birthday. I get to celebrate my birthday all month because we're doing a special this month. So in honor of my birthday month, anyone who purchases a debit card from Tiger Eye Solution will be put into a drawing that will take place on November 28th, Good Friday, to win 1 hour of free services from Tiger Eye Solution. So a debit card is how you get started working with Tiger Eye Solution. It's on the pricing page on our website, tigereyesolution.com. So you can go to our website, to the pricing page, purchase a debit card, which is like a block of time to get any type of services that you may need, any services that we offer. And there's 5 different debit cards on the pricing page to choose from. So you can just go purchase one of them and you'll be put into the drawing that takes place on November 28th. And there'll be one lucky winner on the 28th that will get 1 hour of free service from Tiger Eye Solution. So help me celebrate my birthday this month. Go buy a debit card and be entered into the drawing. A free hour of service, right? You buy a 5-hour debit card, you're actually going to get 6 hours if you're the winner, right? Awesome. I hope everyone has a great rest of your Tuesday and a great week, and I will see you again soon.